Welcome back, everyone. Going into the second half here of Court of Swords, episode 120, I guess, is what people are saying. I don't know if that's right.
So, Maharib,
Yeah.
you do indeed have a wisdom saving throw to make.
Really?
Now, you draw back the axe with the intention of you, in your mind, knocking unconscious this person. I have a question for you.
Okay.
Do you want to have the axe's assistance in this regard, or do you attempt to power through on your own?
I'll put it this way.
Basically, the axe will give you advantage if you want it.
Sure.
You have to accept it.
I think the way that I'll answer that is that I'm very passionate about this, and so I think, or Mahrib is very passionate about this attack because he was like kind of goaded into doing it by Bugfucker.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll take it, but I don't know if it's not like a conscious decision that he makes. It's more just like, yes, immediately, like, yeah.
The axe appeals to the part of you that just wants to like get revenge for being pushed around. Okay. Yeah. All right. So Bugfucker's got his arms folded. He's just like, you can't hurt me. Make a wisdom save with advantage.
12.
You find Bugfucker is correct. You cannot bring yourself, even with the added power of the axe, you cannot bring yourself to hurt him.
In the sense of I can't swing at him? Like I can't inflict pain on him?
You cannot attack this creature. However, you can choose a new target or lose the attack or spell.
Well,
yeah, don't take too long to think about that.
I'm not going to have broken. Well, I was looking around who else is near me.
Around here? Wow.
Yeah. There's no reason to or fuck it, I'll attack. Can I hit the gun?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I swipe at the gun then. Fuck that gun's.
So you're like,
yeah,
and you swing down instead, and the axe like hits the gun. Okay, make your attack roll. Armor class is like to hurt it 15. It's made of metal mostly.
26.
Okay, yeah. So your axe bites into it. Roll damage
for 8.
Okay, all right. So you mangle it. It seems like it might still be functional. You don't know much about guns. You haven't broken it in half or anything, but you bent it and cut into it. Yep.
Okay. If I still have more attacks, then I will start hacking at the fucking.
I take another swing at it.
Yeah.
Okay, do it.
It's a crit. 24.
Okay, cool. This time,
22.
so the second swing cuts the thing in half, and buries into the earth below. And Bugfucker looks at it and he's like, "Oh, I made that, asshole." He just shakes his head and he's like, "It's fine. I understand. You're full of rage. I was angry like you too once."
I think I'm just hunched over, like taking deep breaths, and I'm kind of not responding to anything except for my own devices and rage. So yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
It's the end of my turn for what it's worth.
Okay. Yeah, so I think the turn order is kind of done, because unless everybody's going to keep trying to attack him, I think we can all kind of gather around.
Okay.
He's not going to try to run away. So you all come over. Eventually the wolf dissipates. And Bugfucker is standing there just like looking weirdly like saintly and kind of just smug and like. So you walk over to him and everybody kind of gathers, and he casts like a bit of a glance over at Amira, who just like gives him that like, "Don't look at me, look." And and he kind of smiles when you all come over, and he says, "I have to admit, I thought it was going to be stronger. You really did a number on that thing. I'm sort of impressed."
Why? Is he still alive?
This bird comes like walking up.
Well,
yeah. So
the reason is we can always kill him. We wait till the spell wears off or whatever. But
yes,
once he's dead, we can't get any information out of him. Are any of you experienced with whatever happened there? Was that a portal to your world? I don't know.
I don't like him. Would rather he be dead.
As would we all. And while we can use him, possibly, and I hope you're listening to this, you're alive as
And
long
he's-
as you're
he's like-
useful.
He laughs when you say that. He just like a single laugh of scorn.
So this wasn't what we thought it was. It doesn't appear like. I thought this was.
Doesn't appear like what? What did you come here looking for? I'm
What
not
are the-
so
what are the-
self-centered as to believe you came all the way out here just to fuck with me. I mean, you helped me with the project and everything, and sure, the first attempt wasn't very impressive, but I can dig bigger spirals. I've got all the time in the world.
Are they called rift hunters?
Vane.
Vein. There we go. That's what I wanted. Couldn't think of the word. We came looking for a vein. Here's
And he nods.
may have been
and he
mistaken.
says, same reason everyone comes to opportunity. And on your way in, why not kick the poor farmer on your way? That time's over now. I'm not that man. I gave him up. Now I'm nothing. I'm like an empty vessel. You can break me. You can pour me out. Sun's gonna come. I'll get right back up again and continue my work. And he turns to you, Maharib, and he says, don't look so disappointed. Like she says, the spell ends. He like stretches his neck. You take my head, but I'll come back. Over and over and over. Can't stop me. What I'm doing here. Too much momentum now.
What? And I look at the rest of the party. Whatever happened to the vein hunter we rescued, or I rescued? I wasn't there for that.
Yeah, Ramus, would you like to field that one?
The bag is sort of behind my back a little more now.
Yeah,
just so that-
he's mostly like, it seems like the severed head is mostly silent now. It's not like snarling and spitting and like trying to get free.
Was that me or Berg that chopped his head off? I think it was me, right?
one of you did. I can't remember which, but yeah,
One of you
chopped it
assholes
up.
did it.
I
Yeah,
think Berg like completely butchered the body and
it
mutilated
was you, I think, and then I
Yes.
just
You
beat the shit
mutilated the
and mince meated the body.
In the eyes of the
And
law,
wanted to
you're
do
all
that to the head.
responsible.
Yeah. Well, the response when you say whatever happened to that vein hunter that was with us, I just say like, he turned. We did what we had to. His head is over there, and I kind of point in the direction of Ramus, but not at Ramus. Not to
Yeah.
He
draw
turned.
attention
He
to
turned.
it.
What do you mean he turned?
Ramus and Berg had encountered something of its kind in our world. I'm not sure.
You did what you had to. You mean you killed him again?
I don't believe he'll be coming back.
He wasn't himself. He was becoming something else.
Well, where
In
is
our
he
world,
now?
if your addiction gets too bad, just in certain ways, you turn into another creature as it eats away at you inside. It's exactly what
Is
happened
this-
to him.
Is this anything I would have had experience with or know of?
Make a history check.
Okay. 11.
11. No.
Okay.
No.
Well, where's the body? Just wait till morning and see what the damage
It
is.
won't be coming back, as I said. Berg
How do you know that?
made sure of that. It's in pieces. His head, as I said, is over there. And again, I just point in the general direction, kind of like annoyed and answering these questions. And Ramus, can you do anything about this?
Well, it's here in my bag.
The head?
Yes.
I look at the bag. Is it moving?
I don't know, Ramus. Do you like take it off your belt and hold it up? Like, do you take it
Yeah,
out of the bag? Like, what do you do?
Kind of have it like on my side, just like holding it. It's here.
But it's still in the bag, and you just point at it.
Yeah, it's in the bag. Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Well, my theory is this: this head won't die, and it wants nothing more than to find veins and juice. I'm gonna use it like a dowsing rod.
Oh. So we've cut out the middleman, so to speak, or cut up the middleman.
This is like such a it's such a good like weird postmodern magic item. Like the severed head of a junkie that, when awakened, will find you the nearest heroine. Like you just pick up the head and shake it, and you're like, all right, buddy, find me a hit, and it'll just be like meep, 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 find you. That's so good. I love it.
So we don't need the vein hunter if we have the head. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, out here, away from the city, there's not a lot of vein energy. I wouldn't think, except around a vein. So this creature that wants nothing more than that juice probably snarl or hiss in the direction of the nearest source. You might be able to find it that way.
Was it snarling and hissing at the place where the worm emerged?
Haven't taken it out yet.
Oh, well, let's do that. If we don't, if that's all we need, then we have no further use for whoever he is now.
Bugfucker just grins at you. The spell is gone now. He just looks like a regular filthy hobo and not a holy filthy hobo.
With a broken gun.
Yeah, his gun's on the ground, cut in half, but he's just kind of like, oh, whatever.
Yeah.
He may be of no use to us, but I did notice there's a lot of papers in his tent. There could be notes in there from the former man.
I reach into my pouch, pull out a journal, and I look directly at Bugfucker with the journal and say, "This is more than you'll ever need." It's all his thoughts from life prior. I kind of like waggle it in front of him to see if he has a reaction to it at all.
It's like you wave something smelly in his face. You just kind of...
Okay. As soon as I see his disinterest in it, I toss it towards Ramus. It's yours.
Ah. Yeah, I'll need an assistant to browse through these notes. Broken, you're probably the most intelligent person here besides myself, of course.
You'd think that, but you'd be wrong.
Well...
I am wise, but I am not smart. I'm about average intelligence. One would say I would have no bonuses to any reading of any sort.
I don't deviate from the mean in any way.
Yeah.
Well, there's a lot here. If you guys want to take some pages and start reading till you find something about veins or the connection between the veins in our world and this world, it seems to...
Here's I thought that all we were going to have to do is find the vein and recreate on this side what you did on the other side to get here.
Well, we didn't exactly mean to get here.
We were sent here by someone else. It's not important. Besides, why would we read through this? He knows what he wrote. Just ask him.
Bugfucker,
I can't tell you.
do you know?
He doesn't respond to that name anymore.
All right.
He can hear you, obviously, because you're standing right there, but...
Most erudite savant of secrets forbidden to lesser scholars Do you remember that name?
No. And I'm glad not to.
Do you know
I want to
how the
make an
Mara
insight check to
traveled?
see if he's lying or not as he's saying these things.
Yeah. Okay. So make an insight check, Ramus, and you can ask me stuff depending on what you get. You can ask me stuff while they're talking.
Okay.
Hot damn,
27.
27. So wise. Okay. All right. So yeah, you can interrupt and be like, is that a lie? Or like, what is he thinking or feeling? You got a good handle on it with the Ramus vision on him. So you want to know
So
if
that-
he's
Is he lying
Telling the
about
truth?
that? Does he remember? Yeah.
no, he doesn't remember. The way he's responding is like he's talking about a different person. So yeah, he's saying to Broken Promises, that's what I used to call myself. Disgusting. How arrogant. Move past all that.
Arrogance only means it's not true. If it's true, then you're just stating fact. If I remember you from the day that you carried that name, you were very knowledgeable about the forbidden secrets.
No. I used to be a rotten pumpkin. Now I'm hollowed out. Pure. Empty.
Well, what if I struck a bargain with you? The bargain is
Listening.
this. We hinder you no further. We leave you alone. Summon every god in the book that you choose. But you have to get us to the other side of the void. Where the Mara travel.
Get you there. Impossible.
Impossible, so you don't know.
I don't know anything.
Is he lying about that statement? It's impossible.
He doesn't know that it's impossible, no.
Yeah.
But he's also not lying about that he doesn't know how to do it.
Okay. Well,
So that's
don't
where
know
you're
how to
going.
do it.
You're not just looking
Yep.
for a vein to mine it, are you? You want to go to the other side. Makes
Does
sense.
that surprise you? Do you think we were petty thieves? We just wanted riches and renown.
The whole world's full of petty thieves. Some of them steal, others are driven for other purposes. But everyone's just scrambling around trying to take a piece of someone else's business. I'm done with it. Done with all of it. Sick of this place.
Broken promises.
Me
Wouldn't it just
too.
be the ultimate way to forget to just leave this place entirely?
I do believe, yes.
And never have to come back or see this shithole again?
You really
Would
don't
be a
know anything about
dream.
where you're going. He addresses this to Broken Promises. You really don't know anything about where you're going, do you?
Why do you?
He shrugs. Only the Mara can go there, and honey, from where I'm standing, you're no princess.
Well,
These ones.
the people standing
He looks
before
back
you
at-
have proven you otherwise.
So he looks back at Berg and Ramus and Maharib, and he's like, these ones, maybe they can go back. But you take one step out onto the other side, and you're going to blow away like so much dust. You think that place has any room for someone like you? You're fleeing from nothing into nothing. Sealing your own doom, promises. You can follow these fools if you want. They get to go home. You? I bet it's gonna hurt.
And how do you know that?
Oh, I don't. I don't know it. I'm just
Then
guessing.
shut up.
And he grins. He says, but I'm not coming with you. You can't drag me away from here. I've got work to do. I hear the voice now.
Whose voice do you hear?
And he turns, like, full attention on you. Like, I don't know. The voice from below. Hear it. It's like when you see a shadow out of the corner of your eye, and you think someone's sneaking up on you, and you turn, and there's no one there. but I can hear it. It's why I made what I made. Spiral, it's how I know what to do, even though I'm empty. Lots of room for the voice to bounce around. But I don't know. I don't know who it is. But I believe in it.
Why don't you choose to forget the voice? Give it up next time. Why do you cling on to this thing?
Someone slaps you in the face, right? And it hurts. You feel that sting. And yeah, you can forget about it. It fades. But they're just going to slap you in the face again. I've died so many times, and I hear it. I've been stripped down to nothing. All that's left is the shadow in the periphery of my vision. And you can see again his eyes are welling up with tears.
Do you hear the puppet master?
Is that its name?
The one who clings to the void and controls things from the shadows.
I think I do. Have you heard it too?
He's a part of me. I felt him. Him too, and I point to Maharib.
And he starts to nod, and he says, and you came from the other side.
Don't you see? It's not coincidence that the two of us ran into you, who also serves him. You're supposed to help us.
And it does make sense if you were able to best the worm that maybe
It was our test to prove to you that we are who we say.
Make a persuasion check.
18?
So yeah, he nods and he says, so it wasn't the worm I was waiting for at all. Of course, the worm is just the bait. And you're the fish. You know what I mean. It all makes sense, of course. Well, good. Well, now we can put all that unpleasantness behind us and move on to the next phase. So, you need to get back to the other side. And, yes. And he looks at you, Maharib, like, I'm gonna walk away from you. Please don't try to kill me with your axe. He's excited now, and he's like, I gotta go back to I gotta get back to the lab.
Yeah.
You let him. You're just gonna go ahead.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Yeah. He ignores the broken gun. Scampers past the corpse of the worm, and just slightly too fast speed walks back towards his hut, workspace, temple, whatever thing. And so the five of you are very quickly left alone. And I think that Maharib in Giant, Amira says to you, I don't like him. Why don't I like him? I mean, besides the obvious, something's bothering me about that guy.
It's a long story. It's not worth getting into. There's no reason to like him. He's an idiot. A fool. A big enough one to fall for Rames's whatever that was.
It worked in our favor, didn't it?
For now.
And so while the two of them are mumbling in Giant, Broken Promises and Berg and Ramus, what happens when Bugfucker walks away?
I look at Ramus. You would have done well in the Basilica. That was devious and clever. I'm impressed. Do you think he'll be able to help us?
I don't know, but I think there's enough left in there that he could help us. But it's better him trying to help us than just being dead and being worthless.
my thoughts as well. I wanted to bring something up real quick. Last week, or last time we played, Ramus and I didn't have an interaction about my name, did we?
Nope.
I
We
think
just
you
talked about that
mentioned.
You
out,
made
of,
the goal.
out of character.
You made the goal
Yeah.
last time at the end, I think.
I made the goal, but I didn't actually talk to Ramus yet.
I don't think so. No.
Okay. Ramus, you've consistently proven yourself, time and again, to be a valued ally, a fierce combatant. You have a sharp tongue and a quick wit.
I'm just like smiling. This like I'm loving this. Keep
Oh, I
going.
know
Ramus.
what I need to do to
Let me
Ramus.
tell you
I
how
know.
fucking great you are.
I know how to talk to you. And I was wondering, my name, my full name, Unfailing Redeemer of Broken Promises. It doesn't feel like mine anymore. I've left that life. That was the Basilica's name. My name was my job. And now, I feel like it's a skin that I don't own. I was wondering if you could help me to discover a new name. I'm not sure
Do you
what that
want a
would
name?
be.
Do you want a name like you have here in this world, or a name from our world?
I don't know. I wanted to ask your opinion about that. If we actually make it over, do you think maybe you could name me then, or I'm asking you to name me, and I guess we should get that step out of the way first. Would you agree to that?
That your current name is not going to fit on a lot of official documentation anyway, so we do need to shorten it anyways. But I could do that. I would have to think about it. What better way to celebrate your new life than with a new name when you break the threshold?
I agree. So you will at least consider my offer or the arrangement.
I think so. I can name you. I'll have to think about it. But I could do that for you.
I'm trying to think of myself with a name that's so short and non-descriptive. Ramus. What a
new. Well, it's like a person with a it sounds to you like nonsense syllables because, like, what's a berg, right? Is that short for iceberg? They probably don't have those. I mean, I guess maybe somewhere in the void there's an iceberg, but like, it's just like confusing that someone would name themselves like, Ezekiel. Like that's not a name. It's just a bunch of sounds a person makes with their mouth.
right, exactly. It's what's your name? I don't know. Just
Yeah, plurg blap. I don't know. That's sure. Plurg blap.
Hey,
That's my
some
new
of
name.
us are named
What's up?
Berg, okay?
yeah.
Yeah.
My name is.
As a side note, there's a graffiti artist in Seattle who all their tags are Berg in big green letters. And every time I go there, I'm just like, I know that guy. He's a barbarian.
Nice.
So, okay. So Ramus, the idea here is that you want to postpone the naming until like when you return to the world, like a new name for a new world.
Yeah, like if she survives the journey and she makes it to the other side, I'll name her.
But you're
that.
going to be like thinking on it until then. Cool.
Yeah.
I had just one more thing. When the worm was living and we were fighting it, I tried to cast a spell that requires whatever the target of it to have more than an animal in thought and brain power. This thing did not have any of that. It was an animal in all respects. You think it
Yeah.
it had a purpose, or was it just summoned like a conjurer summons a rabbit or a horse?
I looked at the corpse, and it didn't seem to be anything more than just a big worm. If it indeed was a god, it was a very boring one.
I agree. You think it was just a tool then? Not an actual something. It didn't seem like it wanted anything except to destroy and devour.
Its behavior was definitely that of a wild animal, not like something with purpose.
I was just seeing if you noticed anything different than I noticed, but it seems we're in agreement. So,
Berg, you said something about the hole it came from being weird to you when you looked inside. What did you feel?
It was strange. Calling.
Yeah, I mean, the hole's still there if you want to go and check it out.
thanks, Pied Piper. Like, come on with me. Go ahead, go to the hole. See what's in there.
Come into
Yeah.
the hole. Look, I'm just saying, it's just sitting right there if you want to go and take a fucking sniff. It's
Now-
waiting for you.
What was this? This isn't the great green worm, right?
This is a big green worm.
Okay, I will ask Ramus that. This could not be the great green worm, can it?
It could be maybe an offspring of it, if such a thing exists. Like a baby?
Did the worm speak? Not this one, but and since it's been so long, I'm not quite remembering the lore of the great green worm. Like what?
I mean, you don't know fucking shit all about it, is why you don't remember.
We don't. Okay. So
No,
there's
you know
nobody
the
is like
name.
spoken or like whatever. Okay.
I mean, you've heard it only in like occasional ramblings. You know, it's yeah.
Okay.
It really depends on who you ask. But
Okay.
you don't. Yeah, you don't know anything for sure.
Okay.
Well,
I just have a feeling
let's-
that this isn't it, but we can go examine it.
yeah, let's go look at the body more and also peep down the hole, because Berg doesn't usually react like that just to any hole.
Jesus
Berg,
Christ! How dare you? How dare you?
Berg, I have a hole. Would you like to peep into it?
Stop it! You're making it worse.
No, I didn't say that.
Thank
I was
Berg,
gonna say you're gonna get
When
such a
you-
look from Berg.
when you looked in the hole, how did you feel? What?
God damn it, Dan.
Shut up, Dan.
What was going through your
I'm
mind?
laughing in your head. I can hear it. So, Travis,
Berg?
you just
Yeah.
I felt it calling to me, like I should go in it.
Like it was trying to make you fall into it.
Yeah, while you're talking, do you go over there to like check it out?
And I mean, if Berg,
I can't even look at Dan. Like I'm trying to play the fucking game, and I just turn over
I
here and look
glance
at
at
Dan,
chat
and I'm
too,
like, well,
and it's not helping. I see
great.
the hole was glorious. Uh-huh.
it's a glorious hole. So, yeah, do you want to go over and I can't? There's no words. Do you want to stand in closer proximity to the hole so as to survey it with your eyes?
Yes,
Yes.
I do.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
So you walk over, and the gravitational effect of it has gone. You don't feel the same way you did before, Berg. There's no like sensation of ensorcellating. And as you look at the hole, you realize, and either it's changed or you were just looking at it funny before or what, but you expect it to just be like a jagged edged tunnel, as if like dug by a worm or whatever. There's like a carved marble staircase leading down into the darkness. The hole is, aside from some rubble, the hole is perfectly circular. And around the outside edge, there's just a staircase that winds down into the darkness.
That isn't supposed to happen.
Remus, and I look down at the bag. Can you use our friend here to see if anything's happening?
All right, well, worth a shot. See if this works. I reach in, grab the head, pull it out,
Okay.
and
So you reach and grab it by the hair and yank it out.
yep, take it
Yeah,
out.
I mean, it's a slightly more emaciated, sort of like feral version of Little Action's severed head. His eyes are like snapped permanently open. His teeth are sharp and like jagged where they were definitely not before. And he used to have a body hanging off the bottom part of his head, but he doesn't anymore. So you take this head out, but the head just has its like tongue hanging out and its eyes kind of rolled back in its head. So it's just like hanging there.
Seems to be kind of passive right now. Do you have any juice?
Me?
Or is there anything in the tent? I'm to like
Your
give it a kick.
your body is full of it. Maybe just give him some blood.
Berg.
Of course.
No.
Berg,
I see you're
blood,
bleeding
Berg.
there. Can I just take a little bit of that blood that's all over you and just
You're not using it, Berg.
I see a washcloth. I'm just gonna wipe a little on this rag, and you're already bleeding profusely.
Or like lumbers over to Ramus, grabs a part of his arm where it's bleeding, and just wipes it all over Ramus.
Oh, thank you, Bert.
My-
that is great. I take a
And just
little
walks
cloth and just start putting it on the cloth best I can, and then
Okay.
holding it
Wipe
to the
some off.
thing's nose.
Okay. All right. I think it's still like you wave it under his nose and it's still dead.
I
Hanging
give it
there,
a
this
thick,
tongue sticking out.
I get him a whack on the side to slap it.
Thump, thump, thump. No, still out. Cold and heavy.
Seems like your pet died.
Well, more like it's just out of gas or something. It's not, I don't know if it's dead. It's just sort of not moving. I take the washcloth and put it on the end of a stick and put it in its mouth.
So you put the head down,
Just like-
put on the ground,
No,
and
you
then
just-
walk away, get a stick, wrap the rag around the end of a stick, and from a distance of like 6 or 7 feet at the end of the stick, you try to jam the rag into its mouth.
Yeah, full of blood. Just to,
Okay. Yeah.
Give it a
So as
kickstart.
soon as Yeah, as soon as the bloody rag touches its tongue, it like blinks and like starts biting the rag and like snaps onto the end of the stick. And if you pick it up, it's stuck in the end of the stick and it's like chewing on the rag and snarling and basically just trying to like suck the blood out of it.
Oh, well, that got it awake.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just
Bert,
kind of
can you-
standing there, like staring at this, like, what the fuck is going on?
Or can you shatter its teeth for me, please? Just one whack with a hammer, right? And it's just crack the teeth.
Berg lumbers over and just
grab it and smash it in the face. Okay.
Yep. Very soulless.
Okay. Yeah, make a No, I think
Make
it's
a
fine. I think
wisdom
just if you just
saving
do it
throw.
once, you just kind of smack it and like, yeah, there's a crunch and like hits in the face. There isn't any blood. But yeah, its teeth are all like broken now and it's just like snarling,
Yeah.
and rolling around on the ground.
I grab the head and pick it up and yank the stick with the cloth out. I'm hoping that it's still craving juice, and I start holding it.
Yeah. When you pull it away, it's like taking a bottle away from a baby, and it's just like like trying to get it, and it's like trying to swing from your hand, but it has no ability to movate, so it's just like straining for it and snarling.
Yeah, so I move the stick away and try to see and move around and see if it can sense more juice around and try to see if it's like detecting it in the environment and trying to snap towards it.
So you want to like throw the stick away?
Yeah, so it can't sense the stick and it's forced to try to find it in the environment around it.
Okay, make an insight check.
17.
Okay. It seems to be that it is being drawn towards the wormhole. So it's like sniffing at the air and then like sticking its tongue out, trying to get away from you. But again, all it can do is gonna swing in your hand.
It's sensing juice down there. That's a good sign.
Well, do we just walk down there? And even if we did, if we can't recreate what got you here, how do we get over? Did you have a plan for this?
That's where I'm hoping Bug Fucker or whatever his name is can help. Somewhere in that brain is somewhere lost in there. Is more information about how the veins connect the worlds. You described him as someone that was fascinated by this kind of stuff.
Yes.
May know things that no one else knows. Should we go see what he's working on?
Before many, just very long time ago, he was known as the Savant of Secrets. So, but he doesn't even remember that name. And I would doubt someone like him who wants to give up everything. I'm sorry, I'm being pessimistic.
No,
I apologize.
I don't believe that the memories are gone. Not really. I think it's a lie. I think this whole thing's a lie.
Are you lying, Ramus? Because I'm gonna check insight on you.
You should always question everything and trust nothing.
Okay, I'm just gonna get it out of the way. I'm gonna roll 22 on insight, and if you're deceiving me, I'll let it whatever. Let it play
I'm
out.
not trying to deceive you at all. I'm just being completely
Okay.
honest with what I think.
Okay. You think he's lying? You think he has knowledge that he's not.
No, I don't think he's lying. I think the puppet master is lying. The void is a lie. The fountain's a lie. They all lie about everything to us lesser folk so that we believe it.
Well, what do you suggest we do about that?
I think there's something, it's still in his being. He just has to tap into the instinct and want to remember.
In bug, you're speaking of bug fucker.
Yes.
All right. Well, you've convinced me. I'm in.
Can at least see what he's working on. He ran off to do something. I'm curious what it is.
Yeah, you want to go check it out?
Yeah.
Now, I don't feel anything when I look in the hole. Do I?
No.
Do I feel anything?
Make an insight check.
Okay. 24.
If you stand here for long enough, like maybe a minute or so, you start getting like lightheaded and like a little giggly, like sort of euphoric.
Has this felt like any like alcohol or drug that I've ever taken before?
I don't know. You ever done juice?
You were doing juice?
Yeah, he said like a creepy guy at the back of a bar at 2 a.m. Hey, you kids ever done juice? You want to get some juice?
What?
I got it in the back of my van.
Why you holding? Because I've done a lots like 7
This isn't my
times,
juice. It belongs
8
to
times.
Berg. Berg was it's Berg's juice. So yeah, have you?
Like
I'm gonna say
school or
probably
something?
not. Honestly, probably not.
You can tell me. I'm not the game cops.
Cool.
You can tell
No,
me.
I'm trying to think of
Um,
if whatever counts as a youth, if I would have like tried it.
I mean,
or something,
you
but-
like intentionally taking a hit of processed juice to get fucked up for whatever reason, religious,
Do they
recreational.
have like is it for like opium
It's
houses
bad.
or something like that?
No,
Or is it
no.
for, like-
it's like a heroin addiction. Generally, the
Okay.
only people that get addicted to juice, the only people that really do juice are vein hunters because they're around it all the time. But sometimes other people get hooked on it. It's not good for you. It has so many uses that people are around it a lot. But generally speaking, recreational juice use is considered kind of like socially like not
Then
great.
Then no.
But you might have had to have done it to like fit in as like part of a spy op or something. Is all I was thinking.
Okay. I'm aware of what the effects are, and this is what I would equate is a big pocket.
Yeah, you're
of,
getting high.
Pocket
If
OGs.
you stand here and you inhale the fumes of the wormhole, yeah, it gets you a little
And
high.
I step back from the edge and I just blink a couple times.
Uh-huh.
And I look at Ramus and I go,
So when you look over at Ramus, Ramus has some kind of like creature or object. You're not really sure what it is sitting on his shoulder. It's basically made up of 2 symmetrical flat planes of this brilliant color you've never seen before. There's a central like body with little legs, and the 2 little delicate planes are slowly moving like back and forth, and it's just sitting on Ramus's shoulder.
I turn to talk to Ramus and I go, do you? And I just stop talking and look at this thing
and just
on his
stare
shoulder.
at this. Okay.
Yeah.
There's nothing on your shoulder, Ramus.
You okay? Eric, is she just standing there, or am I seeing that? Just stopped.
And I just kind of lean forward. And I reach out my hand to touch her shoulder.
So you reach out to touch it, and it just like breaks apart into dust when your fingers touch it. It just kind of blows away, like the most fragile piece of parchment.
And I look
There's
directly
like
at Ramus.
there's dust on your fingertips that when you there's dust in your fingertips that when you look at it, you can taste strawberries. So you've never eaten a strawberry, so you don't know what that tastes like.
Now, does it taste good or does it bad? The strawberries would be bad for me, but
Everything, maybe just upon reflecting, everything is good. Everything feels
Okay.
fine and great. You feel like a little fuzzy. Ramus
Okay.
is more handsome than you remember him being.
okay. So I touch his shoulder. I take my hand back. I look at that and I smell it and it smells good. I lick my finger like that.
Well, no, so it doesn't. Remember, tasting
oh.
it doesn't taste like anything. Remember what I said? Looking at it tastes like strawberries.
Oh, like synesthesia or whatever.
Yes.
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
When you look at the color
Okay.
on your hand, the back of your mouth fills with saliva, and you can taste this like sweet taste.
And you just see like her start smacking your lips real slow, like. And I look at
There's-
Ramus, and then I put I put the back of my hand like against your cheek. And I just start like stroking your face a little bit, like the side that doesn't have because you have like half a mask, right, or something.
It's just burnt on one side and
Burnt on one side. Yeah, I'm stroking the side that's not burnt.
As you're touching Ramus's face, his features, like his eyes and his nose and his mouth, slowly recede into his face as if like trying to get away from you and come out the back of his head.
You gotta be careful, man. You're gonna have a bad trip in a second if you're not careful.
Like his nose just slowly like just tries to get away from you. The whole face just like,
the way-
sinks into his face.
The way Adam described it, everything is good. So this is like
It's fine. Yeah.
more goopy and
For now.
silly than it is.
Yeah, maybe it's
scary.
funny to you. Yeah, totally.
Yeah. So you hear her like I don't think you guys have ever heard her giggle before, but she giggles. So it's like.
I recognize that Giggleberg. So she's high on something. I don't know what just happened, but she's tripping balls right now.
So Ramus's head turns so the back of his head is facing Berg. And so he just has this perfectly smooth, flat surface on the front end. But now he's talking out of the back of his head to Berg, who, when you look over at Berg, is now a gorilla. Like a big green gorilla. He's got a tiny little bowler hat on.
Berg, you've changed. I didn't know you could do that. I can do that. I didn't know you could do that. Watch, and I cast
as you're
polymorph on
speaking-
myself.
Well,
to,
so
like,
as you're speaking to Berg, so as
try
you're
and
speaking to
copy
Berg,
him.
Berg is becoming bigger and bigger and bigger as you talk, and he's like standing up, and his arms are shrinking, and he seems to be turning gold as he gets taller and taller. Or maybe you're getting smaller. It's hard to tell.
Oh, okay.
Until pretty soon, Berg is like 12 or 15 feet tall, made out of solid gold. There's a shimmering crown floating over his head. He has huge ivory angel wings that unfold from his back and block out the sun.
Yeah, I do.
I'm gonna try and climb him.
Okay, perfect. All right. So Berg, Broken Promises begins attempting to climb up onto your body.
No, what?
I
Stop.
want to go. I want to go with
Stop
you
it,
wherever you're
Buddha.
flying. I want to go.
Stop.
So Berg's
Stop what you're doing
Berg's
right now,
head and
Broken
shoulders.
Promise.
Berg's head and shoulders begin to break the surface of the like skybox. They break the clouds. And as Berg's crown shatters heaven, tiny pieces of sky start raining down and reflecting the green light of the sun. And you can see beyond the shattered box that Berg's head broke. You can see that kind of ominous, wispy darkness that you travel through when you use your cape. But Berg, Broken Promises is like halfway trying to like hold on to you, and then suddenly just like looks up at the sky, all confused.
Berg's like, while Broken Promises is on him, just like looking at Ramus like,
What the fuck is happening?
Let's drag her to a bed. She needs to lie down. Something's not right with her. If you could just pick her up, please.
Yeah. Don't
Okay.
freak out, Broken. I'm just
So
moving you.
Is
So
this
Broken
is that
Promises-
thing talking to me? Is the big giant
No,
bird
so
talking?
you
Oh,
when you look up into that misty darkness, your vision like basically shifts such that instead of a big statue of Berg, there's just like a infinitely recursive kind of golden arc shape on one side of your vision. And when you turn and you like hold your hand up, that fills up part of your like everything. You're losing connection with what's actually happening around you, and you're just basically tripping out completely. So Berg, Broken Promise is essentially incapacitated. You can just whoop and like
Okay, yeah, just
carry her away.
over the shoulder, just
Come here, you. Okay. All right. So while all this is happening, Maharib, are you and Amira just like hanging out watching this buffoonery, or have you left? Have you walked away?
I think when they initially walked over to the hole, we were still having our conversation, and then we realized they were over there, and I realized that no one had followed Bugfucker to see if he was running off or what he was actually up to. So I think we probably around the same time that they started to have their conversation were with Bugfucker and wherever he ended up.
Yeah. Okay, so you want to have followed. So these guys will catch up with you. So while all that's happening, you have you've gone with Amira, and the two of you are walking across the jungle, towards the tents. And when you get there, Bugfucker's like digging through a pile of like broken spined books and like bits of like half burnt, half ripped paper and stained paper. And he's just like digging through it looking for something, and he's like mumbling to himself.
Okay.
He hasn't noticed you come in.
Sure. I think I kind of announced myself and still the same person. I don't know why you say you're different.
He turns and he looks. You still talking about that? It doesn't matter. I saw something in here. And he like, goes back to digging through it.
I was there when Broken Promises said his real name, right?
Well, it's not so much his real name as it was like
a name of his
former
past.
name that Broken.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what I mean.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
So I was that one of your other names Broken Promises used back there? Was she lying?
I don't know. I can't remember. I'm sure I've had lots of names. Obstinate Bugfucker sound familiar to you? Whatever trash she was spewing? For all I know, my name could have been Obliterated Cantaloupe. That seems fine. Let's call me that. Now, stop interrupting me. I'm looking for something.
Sure. Yeah. And I will walk past him just to see if the place is still in disarray as it was when we left, or if it's in better shape.
No, I mean, it's pretty, like, it looks like somebody had like a massive temper tantrum or the place was robbed.
Right.
Like, it looks like the place has been just rolled. There's like a little filthy pile of rags that he slept in. And then there's a spot, like a grease stain, basically in the middle of an empty circular area that he drew the spiral in. So where his like knees were when he was praying. But he basically like sleeps and prays here. And then he's just got all of his trash from his former lives piled up in a corner. But it looks like, yeah, he had a temper tantrum and threw everything around. But now he's looking through it as if like he remembered something or there's something that he needs to find.
Okay. If he doesn't have any luck after a minute or so of me watching, I'll pipe up, but you let me know.
Okay, yeah, I mean, he doesn't.
Okay. After a minute or so, can we help find whatever it is?
And he snaps at you. He's like, "No, I don't know what it is. I just know it's in here somewhere." Fuck. And he goes back to digging.
Great. Well, just kind of looking around. I kind of
Yeah, and I think that's maybe.
yeah.
Like,
I
unless
just
you have
sarcast-
anything else that
no,
you're.
no. I just sarcastically say
Go
like,
ahead.
it's a nice place you've got. I see you've. So I just kind of start talking to myself at that point. He's not really responsive.
Amira just like side eyes you like, what the fuck is going on here? Who is this asshole? What are we doing here?
Yeah.
And I think that as Ramus, Berg, and Broken Promises come in, as that happens, you hear him shout in pleased surprise. He's like, ha ha ha! And he turns around, and he's holding like a filthy paper envelope. It's got like fingerprints all over it, and it's just like,
Is that it?
and he nods. He's like, I think so. I don't, something about, I mean, here. And he's like, maybe it's going to make sense to you.
He's looking at me when he says that? I mean,
Yeah, he's just holding it out to you. Like, here you go.
Okay, I respond the same way.
And
but
that's what Ramus and Berg, what you walk into.
Okay. I mean,
You
in
walk
character, I
and see
say, it'll make sense to me.
He shrugs. I don't know. Maybe.
Do you have any luck outside? I snatch the parchment from him or letter or whatever.
Yeah, you don't know what it is. It's when you take it, you feel there's like several thin pieces of paper or something in here.
Okay. Yeah, so I ask whoever the first one is through the door, and I probably see Berg carrying broken promises on his shoulder, and then Ramus coming in afterwards, and
Yeah.
as I'm like grabbing is everything all right? What happened to her?
She's acting weird, like she's high or something. I don't know. It's happened suddenly.
Did she ingest drugs? I was gone 30 fucking minutes. Ramus, what happened?
If that.
She was standing there and was fine. We got near the hole. We looked in. She was fine. We were talking next to the hole.
And so Broken Promises now being like pulled away from this place, you're starting to like come around. Yeah, so you're starting to feel like a little bit better, a little clearer. You start to feel like where you're at, your ego returns. You're able to differentiate yourself from the space around you again, and Berg is carrying you.
Yeah, my head stops like lolling. I kind of just like look around. I like take as many deep breaths as just like calm myself down, and I look up at Berg, and I don't know if I'm guessing he's not even looking at me really.
Well,
And
you're
I just-
still kind of flung over his back, so no one can really see her.
Or are you carrying me like this, or are you carrying me like this?
I think over his shoulder.
Shoulder. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I honestly thought you'd be like this, because I'm a person, not a sack of potatoes. But whatever.
Yeah, right. You're not being carried
No.
very gently.
The reason why
Yeah.
you're being carried like that is because Berg is like near death.
Yeah, and
It's
also
harder
like,
to carry somebody
whatever.
like this.
It's fine.
So you hear me say from your posterior, Berg, you really are my hero, but I believe you can put me down now. And I grab onto your shoulder for like support. Just
Yeah.
Well, now I know what juice does to people like me and people like our
Juice.
head in a bag.
Why were you experimenting with that? You saw what happened to the other one. Like
I didn't do it on purpose. The hole the worm
You
came
just
from.
accidentally
God,
did
Dad.
drugs.
The hole the worm
Listen,
came
Broken
from.
Promises, Maharib is very strict. He's going to make you go back there and inhale that entire hole. Then you're going to learn. You got to smoke the whole thing now.
Yep. You got to put your
whole
mouth over the
thing.
entire hole this time.
Just
No, I look at Maharib and I kind of look at him and roll my eyes like, are you serious? Do you seriously think I just take time to do fucking drugs? That's just what my face says. But I will look at you, roll my eyes, and say, no. The hole the worm came from is like a geyser that's not visible. I looked in it and I was showered with vapor or whatever, the juice is in the air. It's emanating from the hole. I don't know if I can go in there and not have this happen.
Sorry, Dan started to laugh.
It is a juicy hole, and it sprayed me in the face.
Dan started to laugh. It caught me off guard.
You get too close to the juicy hole, and a golden shower of light pours over you. Glorious. Glorious is the hole. Yeah. All right.
Jesus.
Blessed be.
Praise unto it.
Okay, at that point, it all sounds like nonsense to me in a different sense
Yes.
of nonsense. So I'm like kind of taking this whatever was handed to me and starting to
Yeah, I guess
figure out
this
what it is.
filthy envelope.
Yeah. So
wanna
I
open it?
I open it. Yeah, if that's
Okay, so you turn it over. It's like a long, like a lengthwise envelope. It's folded over. It has like half of an old wax seal on it. It's cracked and hard as you turn it over. It looks like it was opened, right? The seal is broken. It's been opened already. But yeah, it's like a sealed envelope. There's half of this wax with like whatever on it.
does it have? If it's a seal, does it have like historic nature? Like would I recognize
Yeah, it
the
has
seal?
some kind of like it has some kind of characters on it. It's very old though. Make a history check. If you show it to somebody else, they can.
23.
Oh, you don't even need assistance. Yes. So this, and you can tell me how you know this, but it's a special envelope that you would put prayers into and then burn them to carry your prayers to heaven. And it belongs to a like this particular seal is like a family seal from the Court of Coins, but like one of the eastern provinces. So like a coastal province of the Court of Coins. It's like a family that lives out there. I don't know how you know that or why you recognize it, but you do.
How old? Did you say like how old this would be, or just very old?
It's like in common usage now. Yeah.
Okay. I probably did work or something for them as a mercenary or someone attached to that family. It's not a well-known thing, but that's how I would know it. I kind of come
Yeah, it could
across
be,
it once
sure.
upon a time.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I noticed the seal. I don't open it. I just look right back at Bugfucker. Where
Well,
did
so it's
this-
already opened. The seal's broken.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Regardless of the state of it,
Yeah,
I look
sure.
back. Where did this come from? How did you come in? Where did you find this?
He gestures with two scrawny arms, two scrawny naked arms. He gestures at the pile and he says, "Behold, my kingdom of trash. I have no idea how I came by any of it. Some of it seems to have matching handwriting, so I have to assume it's mine, but that, I don't know. But I remembered it as soon as you started talking, so it's got to mean something, right?" And he looks at Ramus like, prophecy, right? Real? Or the will of the void is traveling through us?
We'll see. Open it, Maharib.
Yeah, I open it and we'll read whatever it says. Read it out loud as well.
So you unfold the top of the envelope. In it, you just like tip it into your hand to like see what's inside. You reach your fingers inside, or
I'm
I'm just trying to envision the scene.
Yeah, so
I'm not
open
trying
up
to,
the
like,
envelope
get you.
and yeah, like tip whatever is inside. If it's a piece of paper or whatever it is, into my
It's several
hand.
pieces of paper. They're like thick, like not cardboard, but like thick paper. You tip them into your hand. These are a familiar sight to anyone who's looking. They're tarot cards. There's 3 of them. Broken Promises, you've never seen these before in your life. You have no idea what this iconography is or any of that shit. So there are 3 cards. They are dirty. They are frayed around the edges, like very badly. They look like they have been very heavily used, like multi-generational. And there are 3 of them in the envelope. And as you fan them in your hand,
Yeah, like I see what they are.
on one, you see the silhouette of a figure holding their hands up. You're looking at their back, a silhouette of a figure holding their hands up to a cloud. And on the cloud, there are 7 golden chalices sitting on this cloud, each having like a different object in the chalice. You recognize it. It's a 7 of cups. And so you see in it like the laurel wreath, the cup of treasure, the castle, the like angel's face, the shrouded figure. You see, like, you recognize this symbology. You've seen it a bunch of different ways. This is like fairly crudely drawn and like pretty provincial, but that's the card, the first card that falls in your hand. The second card is a suspicious looking like injured man leaning on a cane. He's got bandages wrapped around his head. He looks like maybe a soldier coming back from war, and he's leaning on a cane. And then behind him, there's basically like a field of staves standing up behind him, blossoming with little cherry blossoms at the top. So this is the 9 of wands or the 9 of staves. And then the last one are 2 beleaguered people, one on crutches, the other covered in a cloak, kneeling in the snow outside of a temple of some kind. And on the window that they're kneeling in front of, the light is coming down out of the window and illuminating them, even though they're outside the church or the temple. There are 5 circles, each bearing the Court of Coins symbol for prosperity. So the objects in this envelope are the 7 of Cups, the 9 of Wands, and the 5 of Coins. And they're all old provincial, kind of East Coast, like villager cards, probably drawn by someone's great-great-great-grandmother or whatever and passed down.
Okay. I think 5 or a couple seconds pass as I'm studying them, and I like flip them over to make sure that Ramus and to a lesser extent Berg can see them, but still within eyesight. Do you see what? Where did you find these? I walk over to Ramus. You know what these are, yes?
Tarot.
So the backs of the cards, they're also like quite worn. They have like a simple kind of like textile pattern on them. Someone has written something on the back of all three cards. Someone's written the same set of characters, and at first maybe you think it's like a name, but when you take a closer look, I don't think either of you speak or can read the like Eastern dialect, but you can make rolls. Let's have either one of you with advantage or both of you separately. I don't really care. Make history rolls.
I have a +6.
Yeah.
I'll give you advantage then.
Okay.
16.
Ooh, okay. 16. Yeah. You're pretty sure like within 80% of tolerance, the translation of these characters is supposed to say keys to the kingdom. Though it might be like keys of the kingdom, or like you can't tell if it's keys that open the door to give you access to the kingdom, or keys that are belonging to the kingdom. It's hard to, the possessives aren't quite there.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Keys and kingdom. I don't know to or of, or I don't know what the action is, but it's what it says right there. The stamp, the seal on the front. I know that. I know that from a certain region, one of the courts. I did work for them a long time ago, but I don't understand how he's come to find this, unless it was from a vein long ago. But
Is there anything else in the envelope?
yeah, I looked back in the envelope. Is there anything else in there, Adam?
No, there is not.
Yeah, I like tip it over. Nothing.
Three tarot cards. 3 people from the other side. Can't be a coincidence.
Well, there was 4 of us that came over. Perhaps,
Oh, wait, I forgot about him already.
but maybe only 3 going back. I don't know.
So these cards, I mean, you don't have to make even like everyone who comes from the world has the same, like if you speak common, you understand the aspects of the tarot. So
Yeah.
Berg, Ramus, and Maharibal, you know, the 5 of Coins reflects poverty, hardship, rejection, and sickness. This is the one with the people out in the snow being left out of the warmth of the temple, right?
So it's Berg's
The
card.
9 of Wands. The 9 of Wands represents guardianship, mistreatment, perseverance, and wariness. And that's the one that has the like suspicious looking injured soldier on it, like walking out of the woods. And then the Seven of Cups represents illusion, procrastination, daydreams, and fantasies, which is why like this person is looking up at the clouds, like seeing everything they could ever want, but it's all false. Right?
All right, sorry, I was jotting that
These
down.
cards are us. The three of us.
You're bending them to fit your circumstances, Ramus. That's the whole thing.
That's how it works. That's how tarot works. You see in it what you want to see.
That's how they. Yes, sure.
The two of you have just had the kernel of like every significant major religious conversation in this world since heaven was created.
Right.
Is it a tool of divination that reveals to us the future, or is it simply an illusion we place upon ourselves because we believe that whatever is in our mind is what's real, and are we interpreting the symbols, right? Like it's.
I mean, that's my
Yes,
culture.
that's
like
the whole.
yeah.
Yep.
Like
The two of you get it. You got it exactly.
yeah.
Excuse me, what are these? I can see their cards, obviously, but they obviously have meaning to you.
They're a waste of time. I like put them back in the envelope.
Do you have like seers in this world? People that see the future, predict the future using tools?
Do you have liars in this
No.
world that try to tell you how to live your life? Broken promises? It's the same
Yes.
thing.
Remember when you pretended to be one?
Yeah.
The
Yes,
old
we
lady?
have.
Yeah.
We have seers that are of varying degrees of charlatans, but some of them seem like they are the real thing. I'm sure they could be just very convincing actors, but magic is
Well,
magic.
in our world, this is worshipped and believed in as true.
In some
These
parts
cards.
of it, not the entire world. Not-
Well,
yes.
the civilized world is
I'll forget you
people
said
believe
that.
in this as law, as truth of the divines or above.
Sure, I'll agree to that, yes. It doesn't matter, though. What matters is that this is from the other world, which means you can pass between them. If this did come from a vein, the only thing that makes sense to me.
Well, that's no surprise. I mean, you're here. Your items are here. Everything that you own on you at the time is here.
Right. It confirms it. I don't know why you felt this would help so much, whatever your name is now. What should we call you if you don't wish to be called?
What obliterated cantaloupe? He shrugs and he says, I don't know why either, but I'm convinced now this is the way forward. Ramus is coming here. Your defeating of the worm, it must mean something. What did it leave behind? Is the corpse still out there? Maybe there's a clue there. He gets up and he's just like, well, I got an idea, and he's gonna head out to.
There is a staircase
What?
leading down.
He stops. What? Where is there a staircase?
The worm dug a hole, and in the hole is a staircase leading down.
Perfect. It's a fucking day of reckoning, Ramus. So take the cards and get in that hole.
Is this what you want to do?
What are you waiting
Ramus?
for? Go.
Well, there we have two confirmations that there is vein pit power down there. She went a little crazy and high off the juice, and the head detected vein energy down there too. This is the biggest lead we have as to where the vein could be.
I'll say in Goliath, if Amir is around, did you notice anything different when you were near it, when the creature died?
I've never seen a creature that looks like that. Dig a hole, looks like that. But this last week or so, I've seen a lot of things I've never seen before.
Sure.
So I'm not really an expert on anything anymore.
Fair
I
enough.
figure it's a way forward.
In common, she did not feel anything out of the ordinary, but it's not to say we won't.
I'm ready to go down in the hole. What else? Are
Too
we
many
gonna do?
too many coincidences to make me think that this is not supposed to happen. He'd happen to dig right there where the hole was in the staircase. He somehow remembered these cards. There's too many things that are lining up.
Coincidence
if
is
we're-
a funny thing in the cultures of the world that we're playing in, because coincidence is when humans get to see the threads of the gods' work in play, right? You shouldn't notice it most of the time, but when the gods have to rush, you're like, wait a second, how is it that you and I are in this place at this time while this is happening, and this, like, it's just too pat. And most of the time when people feel that, they're like, yay, God is real. We're supposed to be here together. So that's like, coincidence is a sign that you're noticing the gods like pushing you in various directions.
What are we to
Well-
do with her if she
Exactly.
was not herself? Clearly, are we supposed
Maybe
to
it's
just
something
tie
I get
her-
used to.
You might not survive the trip.
He
Well, it didn't hurt me.
Formerly Bugfucker, he turns to you, Broke Promises, and he says, there's probably some vein hunter trash around here somewhere. They usually have things. I don't know.
Oh,
I mean,
yes.
it's a common. So, and he
The-
points, and he's like, it's
Yeah,
in the
they
other.
wear like masks and stuff, right?
Yeah, they have gear.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go start looking around and see if I see any masks or stuff, or like maybe it's on the body. Oh, actually, where's the body of our headless friend here? Maybe he had.
It got shoveled up and thrown away, I think. And he definitely didn't have. Remember, because his whole problem was he didn't have his stuff.
Oh, right. Okay. So
He was
I'm going
gross
to-
and naked looking.
yep, I'm gonna start rifling through his stuff to see if I can find.
So you go into this other tent and you notice a few things right away. You notice that the ground, the packed earth that the tent is sitting on, has been disturbed and repacked like recently. There's like signs of like digging here. There's a big pile in the corner separated by pants, shirts, boots, miscellaneous. So it's just a big pile of boots and a big pile of pants. Almost all of it, like, this room smells like blood. Yeah. And that's what you walk into this tent.
Are they all the same size? Or are they all different sizes?
They're all different.
Okay.
You like hold up a shirt and it's just like got a hole in the back of it and there's like blood all like dried on it.
So I'm guessing that he's tried to summon this thing a few times, and this is the only time that it's actually worked, maybe. He's sacrificed a lot of fucking people to get this one time that it worked.
Practice makes perfect.
Yeah. Okay, I'm just going to ignore that thought for now and focus on what I'm here for.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. So
I'm gonna
yes,
go ahead
in the
and push
miscellaneous
that to the
pile.
side.
Yeah, just compartmentalize that one right now.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're able to find so there's a bunch of different like equipment in here, but it seems like there are like masks, and the masks are, I guess they would be just magic items, basically. They're not really magic items the way we think of them because they're not made by fountain energy, but they're enchanted like gear. Some of them are like, you find one that's like a hood with like a bird mask off the front. Another one kind of looks like Sandman's mask with like an elephant trunk that curls infinitely under it. You can tell me, because I want you to describe like what do you find and come back with? What is Broken Promises like Vein Hunter protective gear look like?
Honestly, like that the one with the bird like really called out to me.
Yeah.
It's a little plague doctor-y, but like I want it to be
I mean,
like
it can be different, right?
I'm guessing since it's their shit, like I picture them adorning it however their personalities are. So I'm picturing like this bird mask with like you put it on and then like there's like feathers like that's like kind of like surround the mask.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
I like
that's
it.
the one that calls out to me, and that's the one I want for sure.
Okay. So you come back with the mask.
Yep. I grab it and I kind of take one more look around to see if anything else like jumps out at me. I'm gonna do like, can I do like a perception to see if like, because you made a point of talking about all this clothes and stuff. I'm gonna see if there's anything like,
I mean, I made a point of telling you what was in the room. Yeah.
11.
What are you looking for anything in particular or?
I'm looking for anything that looks out of place or that I recognize like
Make
as
make an investigation check.
Okay, sure. Ooh, crit.
Nice. Okay. So what do you ask me some questions about this scene?
I'm looking for anything that is familiar to me, meaning like from my job or from like shit.
It's
tough. It's all gone.
It's all gone.
Anything that looks familiar to me from my past lives or whatever. Anything that jumps out like this doesn't belong.
Nothing here looks familiar to you. This is not the equipment this is not stuff that belongs to like any of the factions you recognize. This is it looks like Vein Hunter gear. It's all like hardened and made mostly out of like leather and metal. It's like dangerous. It's hazmat suits for going into the vein, basically.
Right. Now, let me describe a kind of a feeling of what I'm looking for. Like if you took a piece of graphite and threw it into a pile of coal, it would shine a little differently. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm looking for. Like anything that doesn't
this is all mundane shit. Even the gear that you have is all like well used, right? Like the mask, the inside of the mask smells of the perfume of the last person that wore it. Like this stuff is all pretty well used.
Okay.
You come back with this protective mask. Okay. All right. So what's everybody talking about when Broken Promises comes back?
I'm
Are
probably
you just
still
standing like kind of glowering at each other?
No, I'm probably still like trying to figure out the cards.
Yeah, just kind of like looking at them and putting them in your hands here.
Yeah.
Well, I found what I was looking for. Do we have any sort of understanding as to what these cards mean?
Wait, what? Was there more of that? And I point to a mirror. She might need those. I'm not sure how she's going to react. She is from here after all.
Oh yes, I'll take her. Come with me.
Yeah, I say
that in Infernal.
Yeah, I say in Goliath to kind of because I don't know if she'll listen to you.
But you both kind of simultaneously, you're like, come with me, and you're like, go with her, and she's like, well, fine, I guess I'm just an NPC.
No. I just say like, I say, you'll need protective gear. She knows where to find it. Please go with her.
Okay, sure. Yeah, she follows you, Broken Promise, into the other room.
I take her in, and I'm sure she sees what I saw, and I tell her in Infernal. Well, you can see that those two were shot and used as sacrifices weren't his first.
So where are all the naked people with no stuff?
They died and came back, I'm sure, and then possibly went away.
She kind of just squints at you. All right.
What are you thinking?
Nothing. I have no thoughts. She turns and looks at the pile of stuff. She says, you think I should just use some of this stuff?
Well, it depends. I don't know how the juice reacts or how you react to the juice. You saw what happened to me. I was out of my mind.
While you're talking, she's kind of listening, and she's digging through her stuff, and she stops maybe you're not looking directly at her, but you hear like the like rumble, and then the like she just like the stop. She stopped looking and stopped moving and stopped doing whatever she was doing, and it caused you to turn back and look at her.
Did you find something?
And you look, and she's like staring at something in her hand, and she has like there's tears like on streaking down her blood-stained, filthy tiefling giant face. You can't see from where you're standing like what's wrong, but she's holding something and she's looking at it and crying.
I will walk over to her.
She's not like sobbing, like maybe she doesn't even realize, but there's just like tears coming down.
What is it?
How close do you get to her?
As close as I can, unless she stops me.
Okay. She much like Maharib, she pushes you away from her and she's like, nothing, and like shoves you, and with the other hand like wipes the back of her hand over her eyes. She's like, nothing, I don't. Fuck off, would you?
You remembered something, didn't you?
No, I just. She's holding what looks like a locket. It's all rusty, but she's got it open, and I guess she's closed it. And she's holding it, so you can see the chain hanging from her fingers.
I hope that all our time together would let you know that you can trust me.
Listen, we swore the oath, and I'm gonna make sure it gets fulfilled. But that doesn't make us friends, okay? I'm here to make sure. She like growls a little.
Does that mean we cannot be friends?
No, it doesn't. It just, you're acting like it's done already. Like you can just smile and bat your eyes and help out in a couple of fights. And yeah, sure, risk your life, but we're all doing it for each other. It doesn't make you my friend. You have to, whatever. Give me some space.
As you wish. And
you watch her tuck the little like locket into her pocket. She like shoves it into the pocket of her jacket and continues digging through the stuff.
I stop. I kind of go towards the entrance, and I stop at the entrance, and I look back at her one more time, and I keep going. I just wanted to see if she was gonna like stop me or not, but she's not.
No, she wants you to leave her alone. Yeah, for now.
I'm out. Yep.
Okay. All right. So once everyone is there any other like readying to do at the tent, or do you?
I think we'll take a short rest to heal up before we go into the hole.
That's fine. That's what I was gonna ask. Yeah, do you want to take a short rest?
Yeah. I think during the short rest,
that would be welcome.
I
yeah, right.
Give each card that kind of represents me, Ramus, and Berg to one other, and just say like it doesn't mean anything, but in case it does, here. And I like toss them the cards
in case it does.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm not saying I believe it, but if
Maharib is the soldier that goes into battle with like a cross and a Star of David and a crescent moon, and like, you know what? Just in case, I'm gonna fucking cover my bases. So whoever's out there listening, please don't let me get killed today. Here we go. So okay, all right, cool. You all get a chance to do some rest. Amira comes back like longer than it took you to find stuff, and she's like geared out, right? She's got like a leather jacket with some kind of like talisman hanging off of the shoulder. Her hair is all like, she's like braided her hair between her horns, so you can see her horns like sticking out, and she's put like a cap on one of the horns. She's found a new pair of boots, new pair of pants, and she comes out with like a bag over her shoulder, and she kind of like does that thing where she's awkward because you all look at her and she's dressed different when she comes in the room. So she's just like, "What? Get out of here! Stop staring at me!" When she comes in, and she mumbles something about like, wouldn't have taken me so long if anything fit. It's small. And she comes over and like drops her bag and she like, sits down.
So what did she get that I didn't get? Because I got the mask. She got one of those, but
Yeah, just
What else
clothes.
did she get?
Like, cause
Okay,
she
okay.
was wearing. She's been wearing the same like patient of Bugfucker Farm like clothes for as long as she's been in this form, right? So now she's
Fair
got
enough.
some leather armor and she's got a bunch of other like. The thing is, the clothes that she took. Like there would have been a scene there of her trying on her old clothes without realizing they belonged to her, but they don't fit her anymore because she's like a foot and a half, 2 feet taller, and put on like 50 pounds of muscle because of Maharib's blood, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So she comes
Right.
back.
Well,
Everybody takes their rest.
I actually suggest that we do a long rest because I don't get my spells, my sorcery points, like all that shit. I need that like I need a cycle to get all my shit back.
Yeah.
Okay, you suggest, and I ask, but I motion towards the artist formerly known as Bugfucker and say,
Yep.
will that go anywhere? Are we safe to rest? Do we have to worry? Are we on a timetable? You've summoned these creatures before.
Summoned is a strong word for what I've been doing here.
It's a simple question.
Short. It's never a simple question.
Not with you.
Short
that's for
answer.
sure.
I don't know. We've never been given an opportunity like this before. So maybe it closes up. Worst case scenario, you stick around a little longer. We make another spiral. We lure some more fuckers around here. And then blam! Portals open. I mean, you'll have to kill the worm again. I don't know. I have no answers here for
no.
you. You know what I know.
I didn't even think about that. If we wait a cycle, the worm comes back.
Yeah.
What happens if we
Maybe
get
best to make
inside?
haste, huh?
Yeah, we'll get inside.
And when he says-
see if we rest.
He says, maybe best to make haste. And when he says haste, he looks at Broken Promises and like does a little like, did I do that? Like face, like a little, he just urkles you a little bit. Like,
Yeah.
Anyway, you should go quick.
I smile at him. I let him know that was a good joke. I don't. It doesn't offend me. We were in battle.
All right. Well, are we going? Are you coming with us?
Yeah.
I
We're
look
doing
towards-
a short rest at least, right?
Yeah.
Yes, you're taking your short rest. Yeah.
I look
Okay.
towards
So he,
Bugfucker and ask, "Are you
I think
coming?"
no, he's like, no. My purpose was to dream the dream and to open the door, and now that's done. You killed the worm. You got the key. Congratulations. Just go down the staircase, and whatever lies beyond, know that you are doing the void's will, and that you go with its dark blessing upon you. Congratulations on meeting your destiny, Ramus. I wish that I could go with you, but I have to stay here. You know, watch your back. But hey, good luck out there. It was a pleasure knowing you.
I hope we never meet again.
As do
Well-
I.
I don't know how it
however-
works where you came from, but here, by the time you get back, I don't think I will have been able to remember. Hollowed out. But hey, and he turns to Ramus. If we do have to do all this over again, there needs to be a way for you to tell me that you're here for a purpose, that you hang on. And he goes and he runs and he digs through a pile and he pulls something out and he says, okay, I know I'm gonna remember this. And he comes over and he hands you a folded up piece of paper with a torn edge, like it was ripped out of a book. So if you and I meet again, show that to me, and it should make me a little less obstinate.
Hmm. I take a little peek inside and see like what's in there.
You make a medicine check.
Sure. 15?
It is a medical diagram of. Okay, it's a medical diagram of a fetus, a human fetus. Post dissection, it's dead. There are some notes torn off at the edge. It looks like it was pulled out of a medical textbook. There's some notes around the edge that indicate that this procedure and that these drawings were done after this thing basically was born dead. So it's an anatomical diagram, but it's not just any baby. It's a conjoined fetus. It's like two merged entities, and you can see where they've like cut it open, and you can see the heart is like two half hearts, and the veins all like run together, and where the bone structure is fused. And so he hands you that thing.
Say like Death Stranding on it somewhere.
Yeah, right. It just says
Kojima production.
XO Kojima-san.
Kojima-san, yeah. Okay.
Hmm. Very well. You consider yourself a scientist, right? Would you say? A little bit?
I was once, maybe. I'm a man of faith now.
Oh. You know what would be just the most amazing experiment ever? Would be, could you make yourself remember? Is it even possible? Has anyone ever tested it?
He's not smart
Something
enough
small.
for that, Ramus.
Oh, I think he is.
It's impossible. That's not how it works. You're not from here, but he turns to Broken Promises. People come back having lost things. We don't know why. It's just how it is. No one's ever been able to reclaim anything that they've lost, and most of the time they don't want to.
That's the thing, though. There's power in choice. What if they chose to remember?
Well, I choose to forget.
Exactly. What if someone who forgot chose to remember? What would happen then? Be a clever experiment.
Maybe next
How would
time,
you know,
Ramus
though?
Grill.
How would you know? You would forget that you tried.
That's something that's worth experimenting with, I think.
Right. Well, I'll think about it while you're down in the hole. So come on, let's go. And he starts kind of doing the little
let's
like,
go.
let's go. Come on, hustle. Let's get out of my house. Go meet your destiny. Get in the hole.
Yeah.
House.
Yeah. Filthy tent.
Yep, we're all going.
Yep. And I
Alright,
turn
so
around
he
and I
ushers-
say to him
ushers
before
it
he leaves, like, I, however, unlike many of my companions, do hope to see you again. Maybe in some other place.
If you cross that threshold, who knows what happens to you. But if we ever do meet again, you can tell me all about it. I'll try to remember that.
I just nod. Out. Give him the anime nod.
Okay, so as the five of you leave, we get the kind of like silhouette shot from the back, the big green sun overhead. The camera pulls back to show that you are marching towards this strange tunneled hole in the ground, and I think that's where we fade out to credits.
Cool. All right.
Yeah.
Damn it, dude.
So for
Damn it.
anybody that asks during the next episode, because it's going to be a little bit.
2 weeks.
They took a short rest, but not a long rest. So anything that recovers on a short rest, that's where we're at.
It's true.
Yep.
Because we always forget.
It's
Well, I have my sorcery points will remind me that I did not take a long rest.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep. We'll be back in 2 weeks, but we're not done just yet. We got to do shout outs and then some goals.
Gotta do goals.
Zeke, why don't you start us off?
You betcha. I'm the one responsible for not having a show next week because I will be heading off to Burning Man for 10 days, but I will be back on probably be back home on Sunday the 1st of September, but probably won't do a broadcast until the 2nd. I'm probably going to be sleeping the entire day. But if you're going to Burning Man, you can come visit me, which is probably not you're probably not. But if you are, I'm at 7:45 and see it's on my Twitter page. But my name is Ezekiel the Third. You can find me at / Ezekiel _III. on Twitch, Twitter, and YouTube. Yeah, so I'll be back on the 2nd of September to do more broadcasting. But until then, I'm gonna let it burn. So thank you to Dan, Max, JP, and Adam every week. And this is what I'll look forward to when I come back.
Awesome stuff. Have fun in Burning Man. Don't forget too much.
I go there to
Enjoy
forget.
all the juice.
If the moral of the show was not evident. Max, some shout outs, please.
Hey ho, I'm Max or GassyMexican here. Variety streamer on Twitch. Again, good to be back doing the show. I just want to get out of the void. I just want to get the fuck out
So
of the void
close,
already.
too.
We're so close.
So close. You are so
But
close.
it's good to be back. And I hope you guys enjoyed the show. If you guys want, I'll be streaming after this. Gonna play some more Remnant with some buds. But if not, you can follow me on all the other Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, all that stuff. Just type in GassyMexican into Google and get you anything that I do if you're interested in me at all. And we'll see you next time. Have fun at Burning Man, Zeke.
Yeah. Dan, some shout outs.
I am DansGaming, variety streamer on Twitch. I'm currently playing No Man's Sky, the new update. Having fun with that. I'll be streaming tomorrow that game. Another fun episode. I'm so sad we didn't get to go down the hole. I want to see what's down there so badly. Now I have to wait 2 weeks. But I can't wait to see what happens when we get back. This is always my favorite day of the week is D&D day because I love doing this, and I can't wait to do it next time.
Awesome stuff. We'll see you in 2 weeks. Last but not least, Mr. Adam Coble, do some shout outs for us, please.
That's me. That's me. Yes, thank you so much for coming, everybody. This show is so great. It's still killing me after however many years we've been doing it. Thank you for watching. Thank you to my cast for playing, and I'm super excited to get us back to doing the thing. You can find my business on Twitter at Skinnyghost or twitch.tv/Adam Coble. It's post Gen Con season, so lately pretty much all I've been doing is doing first looks at new role-playing games. I've done Mothership, and we did the new Shadowrun, and in the next couple of weeks, we're going to take a look at Pathfinder 2 and a game called Casketland. That all happens over at on my Twitch channel and on my YouTube. But I have experience to hand out, so let's do that. Let's stop talking about me. Let's give out some XP.
Let's do it.
So, my dear friends, there's lots of working towards, and like more than a little bit of succeeding at things, because y'all are getting good at writing your goals. Let's talk about it. So, starting with, as we always do, starting with Ramus. So now it's not clear. I think I'm gonna just say this as the dungeon master to my players: the claim that you have found, the vein you have found right now, is the foretold vein that Aorta was looking for. There's no way for you to know that, but for you to get your experience, I have to tell you this was it. So you did that goal. You found the Aorta claim. You're level 13, Ramus?
Yeah, we all are
13,
except Zeke.
Yeah. Okay.
Or wait, no,
all right,
Zeke's
so that
13 as
one's,
well now. Sorry.
No, I'm not.
20,
You're not? Oh, okay.
2,200 for that one. And then you you worked on escaping the void and traversing the vein. So that's another, 650 for each one, I think?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So 2,200 plus another 1,300. So
3,500.
whatever that is. Yeah.
Nice.
3,500. Okay, cool. So 3,500 for Ramus.
I leveled up.
Do you want to?
Nice.
Do you want to keep? Oh, you leveled up. Nice. I'm gonna make a note here. You're level 14. Congratulations. That's exciting. Do you want to keep traverse the vein and escape the void, and then add another goal?
Yeah, I'll add another goal.
Do you know what your new
give
goal
me-
is?
Or
Or I can give you a minute. if you
come
wanna
back to me.
around to it.
Yeah, come back to me.
Okay. All right. Broken Promises. You are level 12.
Yep.
All right. Okay. So 600 for working on Traverse the Vein. 600 for working on earning a new name from Ramus. I don't think you worked on learning the motivation of the Great Green Worm. You can. I mean, I might be wrong. When did you do that? Just in like interrogating
So that wasn't the Great Green Worm then.
the thing that is dead. No, it definitely isn't.
Okay.
That was a green worm of some kind, but it was not the Great Green Worm. I promise you'll know him when you see him.
Okay.
If that ever happens.
No, I that's what I thought. Like when I did the did like that spell on him, and I found out it was no like the animal intelligence, meaning it doesn't have any motivation. I thought I had like
Oh,
solved
no,
but
that
since
wasn't.
it's
Yeah,
not the
that
great
was
green
not.
worm, then
That it certainly was not. No. So you're still
Okay.
working on it, but you haven't. Yeah. So 1,200 for this session. For
I need to
you,
get
and
better
you
at making
didn't
goals,
resolve any of
man.
your goals. You want to keep them?
no, I
Think
want
about it.
I want a goal that's like pick up a rock so I can actually fucking complete something. That's what I want.
Yeah, fair. Berg.
I got work done too, and then didn't complete any.
Right, worked on traverse, work on escape, and then learn what happened to the edge of the void. That'll take having a conversation with Maharib and Ramus. So like try to set that aside, and that'll start you on your way.
That makes
I
more
do
sense
really
too
like
for
goal.
that. That's probably on the back burner. We'll talk about that more
Okay.
after he goes through or gets to the back to
Yeah,
the
so
normal world.
1300 for Berg. And then Maharib,
I think
you worked
on 2 and didn't complete any.
Yeah. Worked on escaping the void, worked on honoring the oath, and yeah, explore the power of the
so-
wicked edge.
Well, I kind of worked on that because I accepted its help. And,
Yeah, let's call that a work on, because I think all three of those you worked on those. So whatever 650 plus 1300 is 1950.
That sounds right to me.
Yeah, 1950 for you. Okay, so Dan, what do you want? What do you want Ramus's goals to be?
Get broken promises through to the other side alive.
Nice. Okay. Okay. Sounds good. And broken promises, do you want to change your goals out, or do you want to keep them how they are?
I'm gonna make one earn Amira's trust. So traverse the vein, earn a new name from Ramus, and earn Amira's trust. Like for real, not just like she's obligated.
Yeah, like befriend her. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll tell you, it's going to be challenging, but that's good. That's how you get experience. But I will right now. I will start 2 countdown clocks, which I know are familiar to you because you have played Blades in the Dark before. I'm gonna start 2 countdown clocks. One of them is Amira and Broken Promises become friends. The other is Amira and Broken Promises can never become friends. I will fill them accordingly. So you did. I'm gonna start you on 1 filled in piece. I'm not gonna tell you how many pieces either one has, but I'll fill in 1 piece for your efforts today in the friend pie. She has no filled in pieces in the I don't like you pie.
Okay.
And I will I'll track that as you do things. Okay. Berg, you want to keep yours?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Cool. And then Maharib.
Yep, I'll keep all 3 because we're pretty close to solving or completing 2 of them.
Yes,
Solving
yeah.
the mystery
Yeah.
of the
Okay.
vein.
Perfect.
Cool.
All right. I got all those saved. We are good to go for next time.
All right. Thanks everyone once again for watching. If you guys have any comments or questions on any of the new channels that we're streaming to, or perhaps you're wondering why we're streaming there, feel free to tweet at us. We'll fill you guys in, or just ask, because I'm sure the other broadcasters will be streaming tomorrow or whenever on their channel, and we'll be happy to answer that. Max is going to be streaming later tonight, so
Yeah, I'll be streaming a little bit after the show.
yeah. So we'll be free to talk about that. But this will be the new norm, as we said at the start of the show. Moving forward, we'll be streaming to all 5 channels. And for any shows on this channel, we'll be streaming to all the people on the channels as well. So, yeah, that's it for this week. We'll see you guys in 2 weeks. Zeke's going to Burning Man, and it's also nice because, well, Classic comes out next Tuesday, so I don't mind missing. Because I'll just be able to play that. It kind of worked out. So we'll see you guys then. We're going to go do that post show for Patreon. If you want to watch that, it's over at patreon.com/roleplay, and we'll get that posted in the next 45 minutes or so. Have a good rest of your week, and we'll see you in 2 for more Roleplay Court of Swords. We're out. Bye-bye.